Welcome to Memory Maps. Today we're going to be making the map of Asia. So you're going to need a ruler, a pencil, and a blank sheet of paper. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make our folds. Now, if you have watched any of our other videos, this is similar to the world map. So you're going to fold it in half, long ways. The kids call that hot dog. And fold it again the other way. That is hamburger. Once you've made those folds, you're going to go ahead and draw down the middle, marking your folds. If you need to, you can make tick marks to help guide your lines. As a reminder, you keep your ruler hand in your ruler hand and your writing hand in your writing hand. You should never be crossing over. If you need to turn your paper. Okay, the next marks you're going to make is you're going to put your ruler at the 6 and you're going to mark at the 1 inch mark, or the 5 or the 7 on either side. Then you're going to put your ruler at the 6 again and you're going to mark at the 5 and the 7 on either side. Match up your tick marks. And now you have two thin lines going horizontally, and these are your latitude lines. Then we're going to fold in to the center on the right and fold in on the center on the left. And we're going to draw those lines as well. Okay, and I'm going to mark my tick marks as my guidelines, and I'm going to turn my paper again and I'm going to mark the tick lines and draw my line again. Okay, now these are all the lines you need for your Asia map. Now I usually have my students head their paper with the name, the date, and then whichever map this is. So we're going to put Asia here. Okay, our longitude lines going down are 60 degrees, 90 degrees, and 120 degrees. Then our latitude lines going down, we have 50 degrees, 40 degrees, and the Tropic of Cancer. Okay, so now we have our lines labeled, and we're going to go ahead and make sure we have a compass rose in the right hand corner. Never eat soggy worms is what they've decided. Okay, great. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started on our map with our dots. Now I'm going to do this a little bit differently than I have in the other maps, because I'm going to be doing dots and numbering them, and then we will label after the whole map is done. So the first dot we're going to make is in the center of 90 degrees and 50 degrees, and we're going to label that number 1. Then we're going to come down and we're going to, in the middle between 90 degrees and 120 degrees, we're going to draw a number 2, and that is on the 40 degree line. Okay, we're going to come back up on the 50 degree line, and the intersection between 50 and 120, we're going to put another dot. Now I'm not going to connect any of my dots until we get towards the end, after we get to point number 20. Then we go up diagonally in the corner on the right of 120. Then we're going to go halfway between the edge of your paper and 120, and just below we're going to make that number 5. Okay, number 6 is in the intersection of 120 and 140 and 40, excuse me. 6, 7, these are nice, they're right in the middle. I like when they line up like that. Okay, number 8 is going to be a diagonal dot to the left of 120 degrees, and it's below the Tropic of Cancer, so we're going to make that 8. Then, for number 9, we're going to find number 2 and go directly underneath of it on the Tropic of Cancer. We've got number 9. Okay, number 10 is a diagonal dot. It's about similar to 8, but we're going to drop it down just a tad bit lower. That's going to help us with the Southeast Asia. Then we're going to go up diagonally from the Tropic of Cancer, and we're going to put 11 and 12 right next to it. There we go. Then we're going to find the center dot between 90 degrees and 60 degrees. We're going to do 13. Then we go up here, we're going to find 60 degrees and 40 degrees, and we're going to go halfway between, and we're going to put that as our number 14 dot. Then we're going to go diagonal, and we're going to go just above the 40-degree line, and we're going to do it right above here. This is 15. Then we are going to go to the center between 50 degrees and 60 degrees, the edge of your paper and 60 degrees, excuse me, and we're going to put a dot, and that is going to be 16. Okay, we're almost there. We've got 2 more dots, and then we're going to start connecting. Okay, then we're going to go just above 50 degrees on the 60-degree line for 17. And 18, find 13. We're going to go straight up. And we're going to go, if this was halfway, we're going to go just below halfway. And that's going to get the top of Kazakhstan. Okay, now, oh, that's not a very good 8. Okay, so now we've done 18 dots. We're going to go ahead and connect now. And then we'll add in 19 and 20. And there we go. So that is there. And then we're going to keep going. We're just going to keep connecting. So 3 to 4, and then 4 to 5, and then 5 to 6. And then I'm going to erase this little squiggly mark. Just make sure it's nice and neat. And then we're going to bump out at 6 and 7, because that's that little bump on China. We're going to bump out, so that's the only one you're not going to need a ruler for. 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. You see it's starting to take shape. Now that you may notice that this isn't all of China, all of Asia, but it's getting us the framework for some of the larger land masses. And then we'll add in some more as we keep going. So this is going to be called part 1. And this is first semester map. So we're going to go all the way to first semester, and then we'll do our second part. Okay, so now we've gotten all the way back to 1, and now we're going to do 1 to 13, cross over. And then we're going to add in a dot below Tropic of Cancer and 90 degrees. And then right across it. So you notice that you're kind of making, you're going to be making a box. And your box is going to connect at the 12, 11, and then we're going to call this 19 and 20. So that's where your box is, right there. Great. So that is first term. We did it. And now we're going to go ahead